Hello, welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. I assume completed all the mini episodes of Chapter 2, so it's time for Chapter 3.
Huh? Are you here doing shopping too?
I'm preparing for battle. Is that you? Is that why you're here? Is that why you're here for too, Mizuki?
Yes, I came to exchange some of our leftover food. The people here say it helps them out too, getting ingredients they didn't have. I remember this place used to be completely silent and deserted. Sometimes some Ark's defenders from Aelia would come to do some surveying or excavation. But that was really only once in a blue moon. By the time you guys showed up, lots of people were coming here. It was kind of unnerving at first. I mean, I had never seen so many different people. It wasn't just me either. My siblings always seemed to be on edge too. We were preoccupied with Ilma too. But then things started to settle down a little, and I started having conversations with them. And I came to find out they were all really nice. They'd ask things like, "Do you need anything?" and "Do you have enough food?" Some of them even treated us like their own children. We've always taken care of ourselves completely on our own, so that's what we were used to. But I feel like they taught me what it really means to take care of one another. Our grandpa always used to tell us to take care of each other, of course. But I don't think I really understood what that meant until now. It's not just superficial cooperation. Noticing when the other person is upset, or being able to ask for help when you need it. That's what taking care of one another really means. These kind people, and you three taught me that. Thank you again. I'm really grateful to you for helping us rescue Ilma.
I'm just glad he's safe.
Yes, me too. But if that incident had never happened, I think the five of us would still just be doing our own thing. Now, we know how to truly take care of each other. And these kind people, too. You too. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to ask. We'll gladly do anything we can to help.
Your dialogue and subtitles are way off from each other. Okay, I believe we just got two outside. Manon! What's that? Liza's last wish. Who the hell? Is that their grandpa's name? The siblings now. Elmo's remorse. Ina's winter clothes. Alright. Manon, time to be suspicious again. Well, she wasn't suspicious in 2. At least in terms of mini episodes. I guess the only suspicious thing is how she learned about the Song of Morning, but... Oh my god, why do you have to spawn on top of me, dude? I can't fight you. Hi, Anna. I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, hey! I didn't know you were here. Oh, I'm just about to head over to the lodge. I promised I'd visit Meri.
You two sure became fast friends.
Oh, we sure did. I've been stopping by to hang out ever since we rescued Ilma. For For some reason, I felt like I knew Meri from the first moment we met her. I hardly knew any girls around my age until Manon showed up. Obviously, Meri and I were raised in totally different environments. And I figured out why when I saw her break up that argument between her brothers. People usually got along pretty well in Aleo Town for the most part, but when they would fight, they would get so tangled up in pride and status and saving face that they would never back down. So I would always try to go in and make peace. I guess Meri plays kind of a similar role with her brothers as the one I did. Or like how I was always there to make food for everyone when they would come home tired from fighting. It's nice when people enjoy your cooking, but it's hard when food runs out all the time. And how everyone was always asking me to cook this or that. When I talk to Meri about that kind of thing, she can totally relate. So we've been talking a lot lately because we have so much in common. Would you like to join us?
Sorry, I'm a little busy. I wouldn't want to bother you two.
You wouldn't be a bother. But I didn't tell Meri I'd be bringing you along, so maybe it's not such a good idea. Yeah, well, maybe next time. Oh, look at the time. I need to get going. See you later.
Prepare to run. There's gonna be a gigas. Oh my god. Storm's gone. Hello, Manon.
Fancy seeing you here. Lysis dedicated his entire life to the revival of Kavaris. He spent every waking moment trudging through snow and ice to find out what happened. The rapid and violent change that took place in the environment during that war with Dark Falls. He left vast amounts of data in the Lodge study and the Lost Central terminals. At the Lost Central especially, in addition to files about the current state of the city, there were also plans for how to get it up and running again. To restore it to its former glory as the original Central City, and not just Lost Central. My guess is that Ilma and the others will carry the torch for Lysis now. But there's no telling how long it might take them. And one other thing. There was data regarding Central Cannon in Lysis's report too. Kavaris Arcs also used the cannon to repel the Dark Falls invasion. The records indicate that nearly 100% of the output capacity and stability have been preserved. That incomplete file about the Central Cannon that was in the study, Ilma finding that is how this all got started. When he shared the report with Crawford to get his thoughts on it, he also started trying to see if he could research it himself. And in the process, he realized that there was still more data to be found in Lost Central. You know the rest of the story. Now that we have all of the data, we should be able to make progress towards restoring Central Cannon. Lysis really did put his heart and soul into building a better future for everyone.
We will carry on his legacy.
Yeah, we will. Everyone is giving it their all. Not just for themselves, but for everyone. I've met so many amazing people while traveling with you two. They all have that in common, even if their circumstances might be different. How else can I help the people of Helfa? That's what I'm working on figuring out.
If I had to take a guess of what caused the weather here to screw up, damage to the weather. If that thing controls the weather, that is. If it's true that it does. Maybe we'll go up there one day. After chapter 4? Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's Meri again. Hello.
Hello and welcome! What are you up to today?
Is everything going well?
Yes, thank you for asking. Ilma is devoting himself to his research, same as ever. Tyvis and Thule are competing over which one can defeat the most enemies. And Kuka often helps me with my work. None of those things have changed. But there are some things that have changed. Kuka goes out to do things with his brothers more often now. He helps Tyvis and Thule fight enemies. And he helps Ilma's investigations. I've noticed that Tyvis and Thule go out together a lot lately. Before, it always seemed like if one went east, the other one went west. And it feels like they help me with my work more often now, too. Helping me hunt tames or pick fruits and vegetables. I try to help them as much as I can, too. But when Ilma gets talking about his research, it's like he's speaking a foreign language. Speaking of talking, I chat with Aina and Manon a lot more now. Aina tells me about your journey together so far, and her memories of Aleo Town. What a terrible thing it is, what happened to her. But she seems to feel comfortable talking to me about it. She says it's because we're both survivors. And that makes me so happy. And then there's Manon, too. She tells me about all kinds of things I'd never heard of, having always lived here in Kavaris. Like different creatures and other environments. She's not as difficult to understand as Ilma, of course, but sometimes I still can't quite keep up. Oh, by the way, do you have a little more time after this? I was hoping you could tell me some of your stories.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, wonderful! Let's go back to the lodge to talk then.
My story is I killed the 3 most powerful dolls of each region. And technically single-handedly fought against Dark Force. Meri again. Where's Date? In another universe.
Just a little more. Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Are you talking to your family members?
Yes, to my parents and my grandpa. But to tell the truth, they were never actually laid to rest here. Not my mother, or my father, or my grandpa. I don't remember my parents very well. We were all so young when that disaster occurred on Mount Latva, and we never saw them again. That's why we were raised by our grandpa. The one who taught us all about how to live in this snow country was our grandpa. But then one night, he went out in a blizzard and never came back. The people of Aleo helped us search for him, but we never found any clue about what happened to him. Ever since then, we've had to survive out here, all on our own. The Alio folks recommended we move to Central City. But we had already decided to try and carry out our grandpa's dreams here. And that's how we ended up staying here. But things never really went well for us. Each one of us worked as hard as we could at whatever we were able to do. But we never seemed to mesh with each other emotionally. We fought over our goals and plans a lot. And we never could quite understand what we were doing wrong. And that's the way the years passed. We didn't realize our mistakes until Ilma's disappearance. After the three of you showed up. Thank goodness we don't have to live that way anymore. I'm so glad. Thanks to the three of you, I think we can move forward without repeating the mistakes of our past. Whether it's about Lost Central, or about the enemies you encountered down the road. If you ever need help with anything, just let us know. Because now, it's our turn to help you. There's not much I can do all by myself, of course. But with the 5 of us together, there's nothing we can't do. Now, let me promise you. Here, in front of my grandpa and my parents, I will support you in your battles in every way that I can. You can count on me.
Nice. Ooh, someone hanging out there. Man, and what's their mission called? Just to follow the roads. What's that mountain? Oh, no, that's not it. This is the mountain where their parents died? Makes sense. Let's talk to Ilma and probably stop this part here. Or there. What is the urgent quest? Mining rig. It's okay, but it's some reason it's not as fun as the base game's mining rig. They'll definitely need to make some new quest that isn't just mining rig though. I mean, they did have the event urgent quests. Those are fun though. I hope they can start bringing back some summer event stuff. Even though it's a long ways, so I guess winter event now. Yeah, I'll just climb up. Damn it! Stupid wall jump. Stop it! There we go. Hello, hello.
Who's there? Well, fancy seeing you. What are you doing here?
I thought I'd go to Lost Central.
I see. I was just collecting some samples here for my research. Actually, I'd like to go to Lost Central too, to continue my research. But Meri and the others yelled at me and told me never to go there alone again. By the way, thank you for rescuing me a while back. There was so much going on, I don't think I ever said thanks. At the time, I had no idea all that stuff was going on outside. Communications were jammed, and there were all those tough dolls roaming around out there. I had some food with me, and there were mountains of research materials I wanted to go through. So I thought I'd just settle in and try to escape when I got the chance. I guess I probably should have left a note, or something. I was reading my grandpa's reports in the Lodge's study, and I came across a description of Central Cannon. Wow, that sounds cool, I thought. And before I knew it, I was on my way. I have a bad habit of losing sight of everything else when I get something in my head that I'm interested in. I need to work on that. But at least it got Central Cannon on the path to repair, right? And I got a good start on exploring Lost Central too, right? So the pros and cons kind of balance out in the end, don't you think?
Yep, I'll go with a no on that one.
Seriously? Not you too? Meri, really let me have it when I got back to the lodge that day too. Ever since then, I've made sure to let someone know before I go out anywhere. And I always call if I think I'm going to be late getting home. I try not to go off by myself too much. My siblings used to all kind of do their own thing most of the time. But now they check in with each other more and go out together a lot. Ever since that one incident, I'd say a lot of things have really changed. That's good, right? I plan to start putting even more effort into helping Aleo now. I'm going to help with Central Cannon development and do everything I can to support them. And then the pros and cons should really balance out, don't you think? Well, I'd better get going. Thank you again.
Oh, there is some powerful enemies behind me. Well, they're not powerful compared to me, but I don't feel like fighting them. I'm gonna hang out here at the border. So, we got a new one. Another Ilum. Him and Crawford. That's Manon. Or that's Ina. And that's Manon. I'll have to make sure to check Aleo too. Just in case if anything new popped up. But I don't think there is. But I'm gonna stop this part here. Thanks for watching.